Welcome to the Rose Garden Tea House, where we serve many gluten-free desserts. I will share with you my favorites. This healthy berry tofu mousse is simple and quick to make, and it is gluten-free. So we have a food processor here, and we're going to use 1 pack of sprouted silken tofu. This one is 14 ounces, but 12 to 14 ounces is fine. And then 1 pack of fresh or thawed frozen raspberries. So today I'm using frozen raspberries, and you want about 12 ounces. And we'll use also half a cup of maple syrup. So in the food processor, I will add all of these ingredients. I drain the water from the silken tofu. Just a little bit left, which is just fine. See how soft it is? And we'll put in the thawed raspberries. Beautiful red color. One tray, leave it here. And half a cup of maple syrup. You add nice sweet flavor. All right, and now we blend it. This is done. Let me just mix the little pieces that left just to make sure it's smooth. And now we're going to spoon it into nice, elegant cups. But first, move this here. I will put, it will be easier for me if I take this out, put it right in here. I'll first pour the mixture into the bowl, which makes it easier to then spoon it into the cups. So I got that. Take this off. See how simple it is? Simple to make. Beautiful rosy color. Okay, I'll move this, clean a little bit here, and get my elegant cups that my mother-in-law gave me. Really beautiful, with a nice leaf on them. So that might be 4 or 5. Let's see how much we can, depends, but I think 4 or 5 will be good. 1. We can add fresh berries on top if you have them, and also whipping cream or yogurt if you can't have whipping cream. Goes nicely with that. And you know, I think we can make 5. One more. So here is our berry tofu mousse, and I will put them in the fridge. You want to chill it for about an hour or 2 before you serve them. And now after I chill them, I will show you how I serve them. This Carob-Nut Balls is a wonderful dessert. Carob is a healthy substitute for chocolate. This is a rich raw dessert and gluten-free. So now we're going to cream in the electrical mixer. I lift it up. I'm going to use 1/2 cup of honey. Very smoothly coming out because at the bottom there is a little bit of oil that makes the honey not to stick to the bowl. Almost there. Guess I need a little bit of help. Beautiful. So this is the 1/2 cup of honey. This is 1/2 cup of coconut oil that was heated a little bit so it will get liquefied. So put the coconut oil, which add a wonderful flavor. Many raw desserts use the coconut oil. And with that, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So first I will cream that. And to this beautiful mixture, I will add 3/4 cup of toasted carob powder. And you can buy it in any health food store. Put that in. Ooh. Get the rest of it. See that cloud? I can still see it in the air. Some things you don't plan on, but they happen. This is 1/2 cup of finely chopped walnuts and 1/4 cup of shredded unsweetened coconut. Add that all in and mix it all together. This is beautiful. See this beautiful mixture now? And now we're going to make small balls and roll it in shredded coconut to cover the surface of these balls. So here is a little red plate that I will put. I have here about 1 cup of shredded coconut, and I will have to add right now Just add a little bit more. And let's see, I'm gonna let everything come here, and I will take that out. I think I'll have to do it with my finger. Take it out, let it come into the bowl. I know if you have a kid, they probably would love to lick on that, but I'm not gonna do it. Not in front of the camera. Okay, so here we are. I'll move this away. And take this bowl out. Move it so you can see. I'm going to take it straight from the bowl. And you can use, if you like, you can use a spoon. And I'm going to make them very small, about teaspoon for one bowl. And see, I'm going to roll it in my hand. And they don't stick to the palm of my hand. And I'm just going to put it right in here. Clean my finger here. And just roll it in the coconut. So this is our carob-nut dessert. And the reason why I'm making them small, because it's very rich dessert. You don't want to, you want to keep the individual bowls very small. So here a little bit more. And I have here a glass pan that I'm going to put them in. And so again, roll it in my palm of my hand. And so the reason why I'm putting it in a pan, glass pan, is because then I will stick it in the fridge and let it chill for about an hour or two so they can firm up. It's a wonderful substitute for chocolate. So this is my nut balls. I'll make a few more. And I have here an ice cream scoop, a small one. And I want to see if this might be a little bit too big, but I wasn't sure if this will help. It doesn't really help. So I think it's just too big for that dessert. So use the spoon is fine, just to give you kind of an estimate for the size that you want to make. And I tell you, you will love this dessert. Anybody that had it loved it. So 3, I'll make a few more. And this will make, of course it depends on the size, but if you keep this size, I might be able even to make 30 of them. Sort of, I think. You know, I've made it before and I was able to make 30, but it really depends. Every time, you know, you don't exactly have the right amount each time, so it varies a little bit, but that gives you kind of a nice indication, so you can how many, and per person really 1 or 2 are plenty if you practice self-control. So this is, here they are, and I will continue doing them. And just before I put it in the fridge, I'll show it to you again. So here are the Carob-Nut Balls, made 36 of them, and you want to put them right away in the fridge, because if you don't, you see the first ones start to flatten. So you might need to re-roll them and then put them immediately, because, you know, with the coconut oil, okay, so you want to put them in the fridge to firm them up. So I'm going to use plastic here, cover, and the reason why I want to do this is, I'll explain to you. So it won't absorb any flavor, other flavors that are in the fridge. So just this here, more or less, this is good. And I will refrigerate them for at least an hour. You can do it 2 or even overnight. Overnight is fine. And then you can serve them chilled. almond date sweeties are a nutritious raw dessert that can be used also as an energy booster. So very simple food processor. We start by grinding raw almonds, and we are using 1 cup. It's going to be a little noisy when I'm grounding the almonds, so bear with me. All right, it's done. Now we'll take them out, put them back in the bowl, and it's okay if a little bit left. And with that, we will use medjool dates. This is about 1 cup chopped, which will be a little bit easier if you add the chopped. And I'm adding to them about 2 tablespoons of water. I blend that. Again, a little noise. See, they just become, the water moistened them a little bit more, even though medjool already moist. It's beautiful. I'll just do it one more. Didn't close it right. See here. Okay, let's see if this works. That's it. Now, to that, we'll add 1 dried pineapple ring. Actually, I'm going to use 2 of them, 2 dried pineapple rings that I broke to small pieces. You can see it right here. That adds such a nice flavor. It works very nicely with the almonds and the dates. So I'm adding this, and to that I will add, this is coconut oil. This is 2 tablespoons, and you see the coconut oil is melted, liquefied. So add that to this, okay? And we're going to add, I'm going to blend it first, and then I will bring back the almonds. So with this, you have to work a little bit with the spatula, constantly bringing it down. Adding now the ground almonds. And then lastly, I will add the coconut flakes, about 1/3 of a cup. This is unsweetened coconut flakes. So let me do this. Again, when they get a little like clumps, then you want to move it a little bit. One more time here. Okay. And lastly, adding the 1/3 of a cup of the coconut flakes. A nice flavor, and we'll dry a little bit the moist mixture. Okay, just have to pull it down a little bit more, and we're almost done. I think that's it. Let me look at it. Let me move things so it'll be easy for me to work. See how it looks here. It's good. Let me take that out. Yeah, this is all very good. So what I'm going to do now, I will put it, the mixture, I will put in a glass pan. Let me move this. Clean this a little bit here so we have nice clean surface. Okay. I'll move even our nice coconut rings. Pineapple. Move that. So here is our glass pan. This is 7.5 by 11.5 inches. So on the base, I'll put a little bit, you'll see what I'm doing, just a little bit coconut flakes here. See if this is work, and then I will take all of this and just place it right on top. Every bit of it, you want it all. Okay. Put this a little bit to make sure you see everything. Take that out. And with my hands, the mixture is not very sticky, but it's moist. Pressing it down. And try to spread it throughout the glass tray. Move this. So firmly with my hands, reminds me of those healthy nut bars. This is a variation on that, but this is homemade. Now I'm pressing, not with just my finger, but with the palms of my hands. Almost there. So this is the right size glass pan for this amount. So firmly pressing. I'm trying to, with my hands, trying to make sure to even out the thickness. Okay. Let me just wipe my hands. And now what we're going to do is cut them. You can cut them into squares, or you can cut into rectangles or diamonds. Okay, so what I would like to do is to cut them into diamond shapes. Okay, but how do you do that? Okay, I asked myself, and I couldn't figure it out. So I asked my husband, who is a PhD in math, to help me figure it out. And so here it is. I'm going to use, actually, just to make sure I get it just right. What is the length? Okay, so the inside is about 10. So just get the point halfway, both sides. Okay, and from that point, just get just right to the other side, to the other corner. First triangle. Get then the other one from that half. Okay, after you do that, you take every segment and divide it in half. It just depends how big or how small you want them. So, and then this again, you can cut in half. If you want the diamonds to be small, and this again, turn it to the other side. And again, this time you want to do also half. Okay, so I'm sorry, not half, but thirds. Segments into thirds. And here are our diamonds. Done. You see? So now what we can do, there's a lot of them. It's about, and this of course a little bit left on the edges. You have to have triangles because you can't get only diamonds from this rectangle shape. So it's about 27. So I will take, actually it will be easy for me to do it with my hands. You just sprinkle right on the top, more coconut flakes. This is our dessert. What you like to do now is I'm going to wrap it in a saran wrap, and then I will chill it in the freezer. You want to chill it for about at least 2 hours, or you can do it overnight to harden. And then it's easy for you to take them out without breaking them, and then you serve it. So I will chill it, cover it, chill it, and then show you the result. Maple walnuts are a wonderful treat. And for many years, a friend of mine gave me some as a Christmas gift. And I'd like to share her recipe with you. So we're using 4 cups of walnuts, and you want to soak them in water for about 3 hours to eliminate any bitter aftertaste. And this is optional. I've done it with soaking and without. The taste is a little bit different. If you still want to soak it and you have a limited time, you can soak the walnuts in warm water for about half hour. So first I'm going to drain the walnuts. And I will rinse them in the sink for just a minute. Let me just do that. Okay, here they are. Let me move this. I might put it underneath the counter. We don't need to see that brown liquid, or better off in the sink. Okay, so what we do now, we want to pat dry. Have a towel here. I have 2, let's see what we need. Put these walnuts. So this is just an extra step because we want to eliminate the bitter flavor. So now we have to go back to 0 to dry them. So I'll use another towel. Drying the walnuts. And to make sure they are really dry, I will put them in the on a baking sheet and one layer at about 200 degrees. See, I turned the oven on to 200, and it will take probably about 20 or 30 minutes until the walnuts are completely dry. So I have 2 cookie sheets, just in case I need it. I'll take the walnuts. I put parchment on it. It's not necessary, but we'll bake the walnuts twice. This is just to dry them. So you want to make sure it's one layer. So I might use 2 trays. Shift this. Put the other. So probably 2 cups on each tray. Almost there. Here we go. So put it in the oven I start with 20 minutes, and then I will take them out, see if they are dry enough. If not, I'll put it for another 5 or 10 more minutes, and then I'll show you the next step. So now the walnuts are out of the oven. They are dried. Took about 25 minutes. And now I will coat them with the maple syrup mixture. So we have here 1/4 cup maple syrup. Maple syrup and walnuts go hand in hand. Wonderful, healthy dessert. With that, we are adding ghee, and this ghee, we have here about 2 teaspoons of melted ghee. Put that here. Actually, I think I use just 1, but you get the recipe so you'll know. This is 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Yes, it is 1 teaspoon. And 1 teaspoon of sea salt. Mix this together. Also, ghee works well with this recipe. And now I will put in here the walnuts. The trays are still a little bit warm. So I put them all in here and coat them with the maple mixture. Okay, this is one. I'm going to use my gloves to move the other one. Move this here. And put everything in. So the way I knew that the walnuts were dried, I taste one, and it was crisp. If it's still wet, it will not be crisp. Here they are. Okay, so taking that mixture, pour it on top. Okay. Everything. Okay, and with my hands, I'm just gonna coat the walnuts. Oh, it feels so nice. The walnuts are warm. Just the texture and touching, I just feel I'm touching the earth. It's just in the smell. Cinnamon, maple syrup, and the ghee. Heavenly. Adding the little salt, just balance all the flavors. So you really want to make sure that you coat them evenly. That's it. And now we're going to put them back in the baking trays, but I'm going to oil it so the nuts will not stick to the parchment. So I have my hands, which are going to be clean. The towel is going to be dirty. Putting a little bit, I'm using sunflower oil. So on the same tray with a little bit of the walnut crumbs right here. I have enough oil. I'm going to transfer it to the second tray. Plenty here. Oven has to be turned on to, this time, to 300. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to pour half because I already learned that I need 2 trays. This down, move this so you can see everything, spread them, great, 1 layer, and now I'll put them in the oven, and 1 layer thick, and bake them at 300 for about 20 minutes. And the walnut should be crisp and, of course, delicious. So I'll do that and I'll show you the end result. So here is the berry tofu mousse. And I have chilled it in the fridge for about an hour and a half. You can serve it, as you can see, with whipping cream. It's so beautiful. If you can't have whipping cream, you can use plain yogurt. And you can serve it, of course, with more berries. Once I have served this mousse for my birthday party with whipping cream, and everybody loved it. So enjoy. Here are the Carob-Nut Balls. They're a wonderful treat to serve on any occasion. It's fun to surprise family and friends with a healthy and delicious substitute for chocolate. Enjoy. So here are the maple walnuts. They are delicious and nutritious. You can serve them as a sweet holiday treat or in any special occasion. Enjoy. So here are the almond date sweeties. Cutting them in diamond shapes add a special touch. These are great as a nutritious, healthy dessert or as an afternoon snack with tea. Enjoy.